File, new. Look. Transparent background, yes. Okay. So we have some basic shapes. I use this as an example, something that Claire made. Let me see. Just going to try to make a quick sprite that I can use for a scoreboard or indicator or whatever. That's weird. No. Let's see. Go back to a brownish color. I can't even remember. Ah, that's it. It's been a while since I used Affinity again. So I'm just going to make this brown, like the example. 10 pixels should be enough. Just recreating this basic shape to have a nice sprite that I can use later on. It's been a while since I do this, so bear with me. Nope. Corner tool. The rest of the team is taking a break, so I'm just, I figured I'd go live by myself and do some work. Might as well. Let's see. Let's see here, something like. That's not it. I'm trying to remember how I can just edit the nodes. That's not it. That's something, but not it. Corner tool, point transformation tool, node tool. Yeah. There you go. Now I can change like this corner, and I change it to like a more smooth corner, and now it looks okay. have to reorder the layers so that it goes behind. And now it's starting to look okay. Maybe I need to make this flatten more. Yep, that's more like the example. So now I need to create some sails. Let me see what shape will I use for that. I'm not very proficient with this tool, but it's not that hard. Even I can do it. So I'll just make like a triangle here, and I'll just change the shape like that. Hey, Snooty. Just trying to get some work done. Did you know if yeah, but have you already made it into like a sprite that I can use? I saw the mock-up and I was like, that looks nice. Let me just implement that and have it actually functioning. Nope. Let me see. Yeah, we can export that. Didn't perfect the boat, but it's a base which could be used. Okay. Yeah, I was just thinking about implementing it right now. Okay. Let me just check. Assets. No. Library. Let me try. Is there a boat? Boat prefab, but where is the stuff? Because the boat prefab in the assets project here. Okay, let me check. UI. Let's see, tab and boat. Ah, okay. I can use this to create a sprite out of it, and then okay. I think that was also an issue when I recorded some audio, that that it's only one channel, and then I multiplexed it in Premiere. Let me see. I'm not even sure if I can check or how I can check that. Maybe it's just something that I can do in the. Let me check if there's a setting that I can change. Properties. Nope. Is it output projector? Nope. Okay, no problem. I can maybe I can do a quick Google to see if there's a way for to mirror the audio to both channels in OBS. Down next, no. Beware, it's not pure duplication. Okay. Equalizer APO. see if we can change this. I think I'm going to look into this off stream sometimes. Let me see what Chris has sent. Here you go, this is an easy fix. Advanced audio properties. Where is that? I'm using Streamlabs OBS, so my OBS actually looks a bit different, but let me see. Is there, I don't even have an advanced audio options here. I'll look into that another time off screen, but thanks for trying to help, mate. Okay, let's get back to this. I'll just copy this, go to my other window. Let's just create a new one. That should be big enough. Transparent background. Paste. Scale it up a bit. That'll do it. Let's see. So you want to make these two white, so that it will work as a sprite, and I think I have to take out the number and add that in Unity itself. So file, export PNG, export. Gonna create a sprites folder here. Done. Yeah, that'll work for now. Let me check back in Unity. I was just trying to get some stuff on there. So UI image sailboat. I probably have to change that even. Be able to change the color. Yay, and we can set sails now. Ah, looks like the bottom is was too wide or something. Let me see. Dun, 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 dun. I'll worry about that later. That's not something I really don't know. Let me see. We should separate the sprite into two, I guess. Okay. Yeah, is that a better way to go about it? To have it in two parts? Maybe there's like a way for it to not respond to the color. The color. I don't know. It's funny that the magenta thing responds to color. I didn't know that. Never had that problem before. Looks weird. Especially when you go into like the red tones. We can fix that later. Don't need to fix it for now. Yeah, right. This we can color the sail separates from the boat. Yeah. Now I could do that in 2 layers. I can. I'll check that out later. It will be a prefab anyway, I think. Okay, so then we would have like a UI, Text Mesh Pro. Call it boat number 5, for instance. Okay, center. This is way too big. It looks kind of cool actually when it's that big. At least close up. I think in the small area it doesn't look that great, but I like it close up. Probably use 32. Okay. So this should work for most numbers, but if we dip into the double digits, I think we need to use both sails for that. But yeah, this works fine. Cool. Actually like the white. It's like it's cut out of it. Okay. So we can make this like a small component. How do you call this? Call it boat indicator. Would be nice if they add something to Unity where they could like that you could specify in which folder all new scripts should go to. But hey. Okay, let's see. So we have a public image. Or is it a sprite? No, I think it's an image. Boat image. Public color. These are. Could call it sprite actually. So we have a sprite, a color, and public and number. Set that there, yeah, sure. Let's see, this will be a UI type. Yep. So, from start we do supply that color. Don't need to do anything in the update. We can set TM Pro UI boat number label is get component in children TM Pro. Wow. Boat number label dot text equals. Yeah. Boat number text equals number. that should be enough. Let me think. There's like an attribute that you can set that will update once you change a property in the editor. I'm going to look that up quickly. That way you can mock it up in the editor and alter the number and see it change. So I just like yeah, I can do that later. Let me see. So that would be in whodunit. I will have a script there. Scripts. Which one would that be? Man, I can't even remember. There are like so many scripts. Activate on mouse over maybe. See if they can find that. Don't know if I can use wildcards like that. No. I'll just use a regex. I'm just going to open the solution and quickly go through some of the scripts. I want to find this to make sure it works as I want it to. Let me share this on screen. So it won't be any of those. Let me see, CLI's field, no. Translations, these are all just arrays and indexes and stuff. But it's faster than going through every file this way. Execute always. Yeah, that helps. But there's always there's like something that fires when you edit the property in the Unity UI. On validate, I think. Yeah, that's it. I think it was that. So you have execute always to make sure that it runs even in the editor. Execute always. And then you have like a function on validate that calls like the init of set values. So you can have a function like void set color and number. Do that. Oh. This way, if you change like a property in the inspector, it will update the view in the editor. So that was what I was looking for. Okay, so you have that. Don't need the comment. We have our properties, it will get the label, it will update that, and if you change it in the UI, it will also do that. So that's okay. Let me see. So if I go back to sailboat, and I have a color thing here, and of course it doesn't work. No reference, not set to instance of an object. Sprite.com. the image was not set. I could make the script find that itself. Well, I don't need to reference it because it's on the thing. So sprite is get component image. Yep. Okay. Back. Okay. So let's see, does it work? Object not set to an instance of an object. Sprite color. Okay, well, Unity, let's see what you're doing. So it needs to call start before it can do any of the other stuff. I'm going to save the scene. That will cause an error because sprite will not be set. Let me see if I do this manually now, will it get the component? Nope. Okay. It does not want to play ball. It's weird because this fires. Is that in the call stack for the other thing? Yeah, it does the unvalidate, but the start hasn't even triggered yet. It's weird. Okay, so now it triggers. Sprite is set, label is set. Now it works. Okay. Okay, so where is my boat? Wait a minute. Why doesn't it render? Oh, let me see. I missed a lot of chat. Sorry. Let me see. Color the center. Yeah, default folder. Okay. Sorry, I should have known. Start is not called in the editor. You need an init or something to be called if it's not been initialized yet in the editor, for example. Okay. Okay. What I can do is, okay, I'll just change it around. I can do like this may be a bit ugly like this. You know what, I'll just leave it for now and check it later. To do start is not called. Proper way to do this. Okay, that should work as well. Yes, I'll save. So, do we have any errors now? No, but I also don't have a boat, so that kind of sucks. Damn. Let me see. Sprite inline include all the sets of. Yeah, or that. Yeah, I'll look into it later. I'm just trying to get some stuff done, but for some reason the entire boat isn't even showing now, so that is nice. So even if I don't activate, or if I, let me just remove the script, because this is getting weird. I save the scene, go to main, go back to world, and there is no boat. So that's weird. I have a boat number. The boat isn't showing. Is it? Ah, it's all the way transparent. God damn it. Okay. Ah, duh. Okay. I hate stupid stuff like that. But yeah. Let me see. So if I change this color, there it is. See, it works now, and it will control the other image. So that works, and I can set the number here. So now we have a central way to set it all up, and to make sure that you have a script that you can set properties on without having to go into all the all the stuff. So if you change it later, you don't have to change any of the other code. So you have a level of indirection in between to make sure that it that you don't have to change your code after. So the light colors don't look good with the white text. So I could write something to detect, like if the color is very bright, and if so, switch to a black number. For now, I think we'll just pick our colors for now, but it could even just change the text color as well, or make that a property. But this will work. But the sprite doesn't need to be public actually, because it's something that we will get ourselves. So like that. Okay. Now that it works, I have the mental stability, and I need to get stuff like that fixed, because it drives me crazy when there's like a weird bug that I don't get. So Unity start not call. Let me see. This says that it actually should start, but that you can detect whether it's in the editor or not. Let me see. Execute always, play mode editing, or only execute in play mode. Do not execute in edit mode, nor do you execute in play mode. Attribute, any attribute will have its callback function and execute at all times. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes the play function. Application that is playing. Okay. Okay. So maybe it was just a byproduct of something else, that this didn't work as expected. Okay, let me see. Set color and number. Already making a mess of this. It's like the first thing I wrote, so yay. Don't die on me, Unity. It's weird, I pressed Ctrl S and it still asks me to save. So okay, I go back to world and it seems to work. So I have the sailboat. Can make it a prefab. Boom. let me add another sailboat. Offset it. Sailboat 1. Can change the color. Yeah. But it still has a null reference error. Okay. Oh well. Okay. Don't know why, but I guess I'll leave it as is. Did I remove the image? Ah, image. Sprite. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't matter. It works. I'll just leave it at that. So recompile. Clear. Save. Let's switch back scenes. Okay. Prefabs. Let's add another sailboat. Okay, at least we don't have any errors now, so. So yeah, we have 3 sailboats now. Could make it prettier by not having the image and the script on the same level, so you see double colors and stuff, but it works. I think saving an extra game object that you don't need is worth it. Because the idea is that you probably get these via script and just have a single thing to set the properties on, just for convenience and ease of use. Okay, let me see. I think the parent should probably have like a I wonder if I should offset them from the top. I also think that I need to scale them a bit. Let's see, prefab. It's legible like this. Yeah. Probably still need to stick with better colors for more optimal contrast, but we can work on that. No, not bad. Text goal finish line. I think we can add that in. Was it a green color? I think. Oh, we need to look at fonts as well to make something nice. I'll just add some placeholder stuff in for now. And then I'll just shift all of them down. No, that's a bit too much. Sure. Just trying to get a feel for it by adjusting them by hand right now. Still looking at the mock-up that Claire made. I think it's a good starting point. Let's see, UI. Actually, can probably make a small thing in Affinity. Oh, maybe they already have that. Let me see. The race. What's this thing? Rounded rectangle. I probably need to export that separately. Okay, copy. File. New. How big is it? 12.8 pixels wide, so we can do, let me do 16 by 32. Let's see, height will be 10. No, 10. Needs to be centered. So if that's 16, I can make this. You just make it 12. I would offset by 2. Oh. 2 from the top. And we'll make it. Yeah, I didn't need to make it that high actually, because it has the curve. It doesn't matter. Can just make it like 28 pixels high and it should be fine. File, export. Export as. And then we'll have a pull. And I'll make a 9 slice out of that. Doesn't really need to be 9, but I'll just do it anyway. Let's see, texture type is sprite. Can I remember this? Let me see, apply. No sprite agent, I've registered. What? 2D sprite manager, okay. Package manager. Can I search? Sprite, 2D sprite. Sprite editor. Yeah, that's probably it. Let me see, do I have a sprite editor now? Yes, I do. How did that work? I need to remember how this works again. I first need to make this multiple. Yes. Yes, apply. Slice. Sure. Automatic. What does it do? Nothing. Okay. Okay, I have no idea how this works. Let me see. I'll just no. Let me see. I really can't remember how this works. Okay. Unity sprite editor 9 slice. Let me see. Mesh type. Full rect. Okay. Let me see. Mesh type full rect. Okay. Sprite editor. Yeah, we have that. Define the borders of the sprite. Use the sprite control panels. Border left. Okay. Left. I think it's. It would be 6 actually. Right is also 6. And top. Is it 8? No. It's all just 6, right? Okay. Done. Couldn't even remember it. But maybe for the top I use 5. Yeah, because the top has 1 pixel, that is okay. Okay. Okay, cool. So now we can do another image, UI, image, pull. See. And I can use this one. Image type is slice, is it? And I'm really hazy on how this works again. It's been a while since I did this, so bear with me. Fill center, okay. I thought it was just like sliced. Yeah. Let me see, I did this before with another project, so I just need to quickly check how I did it again, because I can't remember. Width needs to be like 12 pixels. So that would be 2 pics in. Yeah, that'll shift that. Yep. Let me see. This goes down. Something like that. Okay, meanwhile I'm going to quickly check how the 9 slice works again, because it's driving me crazy. I really don't do well with stuff that eludes me. I think it was just in the game. Because I created a jail there. That was I created a few things that were 9 slices. Let me see. Jail cell. No, that's not it. It was a newspaper as well. On screen. Create a newspaper. Yeah. See, these are 9 slices. Image type tiled. Okay. That was for the repeat. Okay, let me see. That's it. That's weird. Let me see. It doesn't really look great. Is that because the scale is off? I can't remember. Fill centimeters, material. Pixels per unit 2. Let me see, if I make this 16 wide, it doesn't really get much better. It stays a bit blurry. But that's also in the original, so the original was 12 by 28. Because that's weird, because that would mean that it would cut away the edges. Okay, not something to get hung up by now. Actually, at this scale it looks okay, so I'm just gonna go with that for now. Then we need to have like the side divots. Can layout group must be called first and layout group. Okay, that's something Unity. Window. Okay, so we have this little side marker here as well. Let's see, rounded rectangle. Yeah, that one. Okay, so I can I just export that one? It's 13 by 6. I'll just make a new one. New. Could have made it even smaller, but I think this will do. It's weird that it's like off for at the bottom. It seems like it has like 1 pixel space. It doesn't really matter. Let me just export this as well. Export. How was it called? I'll just call it the indent. Can change it later. I should have made them white so we can recolor them easily. I think I'll just do that now to make sure that we can change the color. Export. Export. Intent. Save. Yes. And then I need to re-export this one as well. Change the color to white. Export. Export. Pull. Yes. Okay. So now I can change the pull and have it just use the. I can get the color from Affinity, but at least this way, if we don't like the color, we can more easily change it later. RGB. I'm not even sure what color Unity uses. Oh, just RGB. Okay, that works. Boom. And then I think the sailboat. Should we add it to the sailboat? I think that's probably the best thing to do. Like open the prefab. Not really sure if I can edit the prefab from here, but I'll just let me try. Let's see, prefabs, sailboat. Image. I don't even see. I still need to set the type. Sprites. Indent needs to be set to sprite. Apply. Okay. So I can go back here. Pull indent. Let's not add dashes. Not sure if Unity likes that. Indent. Set a color to be the desired color. Now I need to change that to, I think the height was 12 and the width is no, it was 12 width, 6 height, something like that. Yep, that'll do. Yeah, can always change that later, but for now it works. Okay, so now we have like a basic thing going. This should be 100 wide. 30 high, something like that. Use the same color. Okay. Okay. Let me look at the mock-up again. Okay. So I think I need to make this into like a prefab where you can set progress in percentages, and then it should display the boats like that. I'm just contemplating now how to handle like overlap and stuff. Because if they're too close on top of each other, there's no way to really be able to read the boat number and stuff. So there needs to be like at least a minimum offset. Just thinking about how to do that gracefully. You could add like the sail color to the pip as well, and have the pip more closely reflect the actual position. But that also might be confusing. Yeah, I'm not sure if you stack them horizontally. I thought you could do like a left and right side, because that would give you at least 2x more room, but yeah. But the thing is, if we have like a minimal distance, like what I'm doing here, if you say, well, you can't encroach more than this, the actual difference could be a lot bigger or small, could be smaller, not bigger, because then it would just go down. So what I was thinking about is have maybe like the left little pip for that thing actually move up and have it be the color of the boat. So you could have like this color, and it would go to this pip. You could have it like that. So that way you could actually really stack up on positions. So you could have a very close indicator of how far away they actually are. You could even add the number to this little pip as well. Something like that. You sacrifice accuracy for readability, whether things are okay, yeah. Okay. So I think we'll do something like that. So we'll, from closest to the goal, work our way down, put the boats in line. If they're too close to one another, the closest to the goal actually takes precedence, so then you shift it down until it's either at its position or at the closest possible location, and we'll treat the pips individually and have that be the actual representation. But we need to make sure that the color difference is accurate enough. And you have always the problem with like colorblind people, so it's really nice that we have a number on the sail, and the pip might be too small to represent that number as well. But that's what, like, in my mind when I first thought of how we would do this, I was thinking about like more like F1 style, the side banner where you have like blocks with numbers that will just give you the absolute ranking, not really spaced out like this, because this is more like a flattened mini map, so like in a straight line. Even though the course is not in a straight line, this represents like an unwrapped version of the entire course, and then scales it as you progress. So that's really nice. You get an actual accurate oversight, but it just comes with a lot of challenges in how to represent it nicely, especially as the amount of boats increases. Yeah. So that's why I originally thought that you just have an ordered number. Let me see what you're saying. Please select some nice colors. Will also have readable numbers. Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is that the pips themselves probably won't have the numbers in them because it would get too small. So the boats will have them, and they will have corresponding numbers, but colorblind people won't be able to see that. But they can still reason the same sequence, I think. I think it'll be okay. Let me see. The order of the sail will also be that's the same reasoning that I came to. Yeah. Good. Okay. So I think next step for me is to build this into a small component where you can keep a list. So you can keep set the amount of boats, set the order of the boats, and their progress percentage-wise. So we could have like a regular update loop that updates every X time. Yeah, and the percentage, and that will do both the boat scaling and the pip setting. So I'll work on that. For now, I think I'll work with the maximum number of boats for as 15. I think that will be a challenge to even put here. Actually, if it just gets too crowded, there will just be a static list of boats anyway. So I could use actually like the vertical size divided by the number of boats to display to see what the minimum distance is for it to represent. No, but it can be smaller like that. Yeah, I'm gonna work on that. How does it even look with 15 boats on here? Maybe the boats still need to be a bit smaller. Prefabs. So, is there a quick way to dump like a shit ton of prefabs? Like repeat. Doesn't matter. It's not that much work anyways. I can actually set this up in a way that I'll just have the 15 boats in there, and you can. Is there a set number or is it random? Okay, let me see. Should we research the actual number of boats there is in a regatta? I don't know. I think like the manageability and the fun factor takes precedence here. We could look at it later and see if it works with the rest, but I think making it fun and workable for our game is more important than accuracy in that department. But yeah, feel free to look it up and see if it works. From the picture you shown before, it looked quite hectic with 10 plus boats anyway. So remember the one on the Discord? Let me pull it up. Not sure that works. I think my glasses are even dirtier now. Let me see. Oh, that's too big. Oh no, that wasn't the mood board, I think. Let me see, is it still here? Man, I'm all over the place. Ooh, that looks nice. Ah, here it is. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's a shit ton of boats there. So I think we're okay in that department. But we set 15, and I'm going to see how it looks, if it even works. If it even works like that. So I have 13, 14, I'll add number 15 in there. So let's see. So I have this one at. They all have different alignments. Let me first change them to be all top aligned. Not sure if this is useful, but I'll just do that for now. So it lets me space them from the top easily. So I have this one at 90, then this one 40 pixels down. So if I do this, okay. I need to get used to the combo. What was I? 330, okay. So 370. 410 minus 450 minus 490 minus 530 minus 570, yeah, minus 610. Okay. So if we have 15 of them, they're already all stacked on top of each other. So not sure if that provides a good UI. On the other hand, it's like exactly what I said I wanted to do in the first place. So. But this looks very cluttered. So probably need to use the full vertical resolution or scale down the boats. Because as it is right now, this is just like the sequence, and you can only read the numbers. Let me see, because this isn't really scaled well. I think this needs to be 80 by 720. This was the resolution we were going for, I think. Oops, even less vertical resolution. Switch to horizontal list. Could be, but yeah, it could do that. It's just like the UI is already horizontally oriented. So if you add like another bar at the bottom, it becomes even more squish, like you get a 21:9 cinema display for your content because you use like an entire strip for this bar. So in my opinion, stuff like this, you should try to use like the sides to have a better game view, but yeah, maybe. Could shift this entire thing down. But yeah, this is like, if we focus on 1280 by 720, this is, yeah. It takes the entire vertical screen area just to list 15 boats this way. So we could make the boats smaller. That's an option. Because I have them at 80 by 80 right now, so I could just make them 60 by 60 and the boats are smaller. So that makes it better. 50 by 50 even. So you could make them smaller, but then you run into the boat numbers also having to shrink. Yeah. And you said before that you wanted to use the boat numbers to actually be the correct end result. So you really have to be able to look at them and see the actual... so you have to be able to quickly spot if it's correctly. Because the game idea was that you have to make them finish in a certain order, which is always first to last. So it will have to be a sequential list. So you have to, like, while you're in the midst of handling everything, which can be very hectic, I think, you have to be able to quickly see what you have to change. So maybe tiny boats. Yeah, you could even have like even smaller boats be pips on the line, but yeah, I quite liked the original representation of the boats. Or you have to do, like you said, have it horizontally, but without a real background. So like have them semi-transparent and have like stuff coming out to indicate the actual number, so that you have more space. You could use different vertical levels to have the information, but that gets a lot more complicated UI wise. I think for now, because if we take a thorough approach like this for everything, we're not gonna finish. So I think that I'll just go back to having them be kind of big. Maybe not this big. Let's see. Damn it. I'm going to try to have them be kind of okay in the area, and just have the pips be the actual spots for now. Yeah, that could be as well, but yeah. I kind of wish we already had like the water stuff down and be able to mess about with the boats. So I'm doubting if I should continue this and make this entirely work, or just maybe get working on just having a few objects on screen that you manipulate, and have like a very, very quick rough demo of the game flashed out. Yeah, I see it tomorrow, but I don't know at what time, because I have to do some stuff in the yard tomorrow morning first. So I don't know at what time I can start. Choices. I think I'll just work on creating like the basic thing for this to make sure. What against emulator, etc. Yeah, sure, that's also an option. I could make this thing work, at least with the setting up the amount of boats, positions and sequence and stuff like that. But it should also probably be fed from like something that takes the route into account and the distances from the waypoints, and man, so much stuff to do. Don't perfect it, but the basics of it would be nice. Okay. Are you talking about like the menu or this thing for don't perfect it, but the basics of it would be nice? Okay. Sure, I'll do that. Let's I'm gonna make that work. So this will be live tracker or something. And I'll create a script called live tracker. Sure. I first have to put that in the right location. Scripts. There we go. Okay, so we have a game object where we will collect our sailboats in, and we call it the boat container. Yep, that will be the thing itself, I think. Now we'll just create a specific route, or I'm thinking about this, because I could either I could set it up like a dynamic thing where you could just say, okay, have this amount of boats, go figure it out. Here's like a list of colors, go nuts. I could set up all the boats in the thing already and just enable and disable based on the amount of desired boats. Let me think about it. Serialized list. What do you mean by a serialized list? Let me just get the properties out of the way. Public and boat count. So that's the amount of boats that you have. Do you want to show? I'm just thinking about this because you'll have like a model that will be add class boat position. Number, and you have floats progress. Yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, never mind, I misunderstood, but yes, I see a point, because do the prefab view instantiate. Okay, but if you do it that way, you have to define like a list of colors that you can have in your script. How do you say this? That the instantiator can use to pick colors from. If you have them all set up, you can basically mock up your worst case scenario and just have like an enable disable game object thing. That's really easy. So that lets you visually work with it more. So you have like instant feedback on how it looks. Okay. Okay, so we'll do it like this, and we'll have a public. Yeah, we can have this as an array of boat positions, since it will be dynamically resized if you change the boat count. Yeah, so if you change the boat count, it can create a new array of those, and you can directly access them if you wanted to. Yeah, that works. Positions. Yep. And you can have the same thing as here. And on validate. This means editor values were changed. So we can have vote setup, and then you do positions is new that with length of boat count. you do, let me see, for each var trans, this is actually a transform child in boat container, bam. Not that bad. For each dot transform. Okay. So these are all the prefabs inside the boat container, but I should probably, I'll do that here. Dictionary and that will be a boat position. Boats. I can do here boats is boat container. Get child, women, children, boat position. Do dictionary. Do dictionary. What? Get components. Yeah, I need that one. To dictionary and number. Yeah, that would be correct. And that would be just themselves. So this will actually get all the instantiated prefabs and gets their script. That way we can easily go through it here. So we could go through for each int key in boat count. And here we can do boat dot value dot game. You need the accompanying game object as well. Get component in children. So if you get that component, how do you get the game? It needs to implement mono behavior, right? Doesn't it have a game? Okay. Let me quickly Google that. Unity get game object component.game object. Want to go the other way around. Game object and get component. No. Yes, this. First, must accept mono behavior as an game object property. Yeah, that's what I thought, but it didn't do that. Am I blind? Did I do the wrong thing? Yeah. Because the boat position is just the info. That's not what I needed. This was the boat indicator. Sorry. That makes sense. Because now you can do value.game object and set active. Actually, you could for each that. boat dot key smaller or equal to boat count. That works. Should be active. That should be active. Just that. If both divide of game actors is if g.active self unequals should be active, and then we need to change it. G.set active should be active. Let me see. Else if not should be active, we can break the for each. So this is for the first few items. Let's say it's the boat count is 4. So as long as the index or the key is smaller or equal to 4, there will probably be one base this dictionary, since we have boat numbers and we don't have the number 0. It will start out being true, as in set active. So as it encounters something that is not active, it will set it active. So if the previous count was lower than the new count, it will activate all the disabled counts. After that, it will switch to should be active as false. So once we stop finding active game objects that should be inactive, we know that we already reached the end and we don't need to continue the for each loop. So as long as the desired state is already what it should be, and that new desired state is not should be active, we can stop the for each loop altogether. So that's what this does here. This means that this is just a setup script. This one will do the same. Boats might not be set. Let me see. Technically, I could redo this every time, but yeah. Can do it like this. We don't have an update loop yet. We can write that later, because it will have to move all the pips and stuff. So okay, once the boat count thing is changed, that will work out. Positions will get initialized, all the components will be found, they will be activated / deactivated when needed. So this should actually already work now. Let me see if the boat container, did I have that? Boat container, and that needs to be set. So let me see, live tracker, prepare for errors. Live tracker leads boat creator, and this, for now, it's actually just the thing itself. I will set this to 5, and I get an error. Yay! An item with the same key has already been added. That's true, because I haven't numbered them correctly. Oops. Let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, this will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here I'll have to jump into splitting it over 2 sides, but I'll jump into that later. 12, 13, 14. Ah, I need to add another one. So this was just 14 even. Let's see, sailboat, add another one, and this will be 15. Okay. Ah, cool, it already worked, as you can tell. Nice. So if I go to the live tracker, I go to the script, I update this to 6. I need to set this to 15 once, and then go back to like, okay, I think it doesn't really like this one. Ah, it never gets updated since the script already loaded once. Okay, but as you can see, it kind of works already. Yay. So live tracker 0, 6, yep, that works as expected. So I'll just reload the scene for now. And now it should work all the time. Live tracker 15. No, that doesn't work as expected. Let me see. An item with the same key has already been added. What the fuck? Didn't I save the scene? Are you kidding me? Live tracker 15, 14. An item with the same key has already been added. That's not good. It should not be possible. Okay, let's save, load a different scene, go to main. Okay. World. Boat count 9, okay. 3, 5, 9. 9 doesn't work for some reason. That's weird. I need to debug this. It goes up to 6 and then it stops working. So let me just see. I'll debug it now just to see like what happens here. Dun, 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 dun. Let me show you. So I'll just change this to 9. Okay. Boats is not 0. Oh, boats is only 6. Why? Okay, boats. Quick watch. Boats is null. Bye bye boats. Okay, so and now we have 5 boats. What the hell? Okay, let me see. Quick watch. Get components in children. Why do I only get 5 of them? What the hell? Duh. I'm a dum-dum. Okay. Include. Okay, stop running. Thank you. Include. Yes, please. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? Yay! And it works. Stuff like this can make me so happy. 12, 4, 9. Yay! Fixed it. Who's gonna pick out the colors? At least this is part of it that is fixed. So we now have the way a way to load our boats. I'm actually seeing a 4 here. I wonder why. Because boat number should be here. See, it's 15. That works. Okay. I'm not going to. I wish I could rename them like with code. I probably can, but let me just put the. I forgot to put the. I see it here. I didn't do the offset correctly. So this is 10. it's actually 70 by 70, and I need to set it to 650, so minus 650. Oh, did I fuck up? Oh, okay, this needs to be top center, and then minus 650. There you go. Trailing guy. Okay. We'll sort that out when we have the color scheme of the world. The color scheme of the world? Ah, okay. Yeah. That sounds nice. Color scheme of the world. Okay, so I have that basic script going. Now I should probably add something that, like the double digits, that you have like a 0 on the first one. Let me change that right now. Do you think that looks better for like 7? You have 0, 7, just to have it like consistent. I think I've seen that on boats, on SaIL, things like the 0 prefix sometimes. Not 100% sure. Let me see. Come over. Boat number. Left. This will be boat number right. Left. Boop. 0. Oh, we need like with the slash through the 0 to make it look nice. Need a font like that. Nice. So we have a left and right. I need to add a script, or update the script even, because we have the boat indicator script. It has the boat number label. I'll call this boat number label right. And I'll also add one called left. Let me see, get component in children. Include inactive now. So that will have to be get components in children. Get components in children. Yeah. The first will be left and the second will be right. So left is 0, right labels 1. If labels count, come on. What? Is it an array that it returns? Okay, so it could be. Yeah, I know you need additional brackets. Okay. Through new application exception. Come on. Okay. System dot application exception. Could not find the 2 labels for the number. Sure. Let me see. Cannot be. Yeah, because I needed to put it here. Okay. So the extra sanity check there. Those will be added. Left, right. Okay. So we'll do string number text is number toString pad left to padded with a 0 to make sure it's always the same size, and then do boat number label left text is number text 1 string. Same for the right. Oh, that's the wrong way around, because it's yeah. Okay, so that works. Your code is a bit hard to see on screen at the moment. Sorry, I don't have it. Is this better? Let me make it fill the screen. Oh, sorry for that. I also zoomed it a bit. So what I actually did here is change the function around a bit. I'm just checking right now if one of the labels is null, and if it's null, it will try to get the text mesh pro components inside the main. We then take the number, make sure it gets padded to 2 characters. So we have the left one always be a 0 if it's below 10, and then I'll split it again. Take like the first and the second character and put them on the separate components, so that way we can have double-digit numbers. So yeah, that should work just fine actually. But no, left, right. Yep, that should do it. Let's see what Unity says. Okay, boom. Is that not updated? I'm stupid. Let me just update the script here, and I'll change it into 12. Yay! 7. Boom. It works. Maybe need to... because I made the... I shrunk the boat a little bit, so I need to place it a little bit better. Okay. So there you have it. The boats now have 2 digits. Not really liking it. Maybe it needs to be a bit smaller. It works well with the big contrast, but maybe it needs to be offset a little bit. Let's see. Might not need to have that separated, but I guess it gives us flexibility. I would suggest we improve the icon to be one big sail that fits both characters. Okay. Yeah, okay. True. Yeah, this works. So yeah, I got stuff done. I actually did a thing today. Let me see. So now all I have to do is take the progress that you can report to this script and actually use it to scale the things. Okay, so that will be the next steps. I'm just thinking for now, the sequence here, does it matter? No. Let me just quickly commit this before I do more. Let's see, I can do all this stuff. Position, yeah. Get basic UI. I'm getting nice messages on Discord. Thanks. Added build sprite. Script to control color. Tracker. So, 15 bucks. progress, actual position on tracker. Man, I really need to use the GitHub client because I have to like put my username and password in here, then I get a failure, then I get a custom GitHub UI, put it in there, then it works, then I get this again, I have to put it in again, and that's for every action basically, so that's a bit of a nightmare. Yep. Oh man, it's already 11. Yeah, it's really, the user experience if you use a third-party client is not that great right now. I should probably create another SSH key and have it use that. That works a lot better than just authenticating over and over. But I don't use GitHub that much. I always use Bitbucket actually. So yeah, something for another time. So I'll try to make more frequent commits and then just push it out when I absolutely have to. Yeah, or GitHub desktop. Let me see. GitHub. I actually have that, so I actually have it, so that's good. File. Let me see. Local repository. D. Git. This one. Push origin. Desktop is unable to push commits on the remote that are not present. Okay. Pull 3 quit. Okay. I have 3 commits that I didn't have yet. Push 2 commits to the origin remote. Okay, sure. Let's see. Merge branch. Other forces. Merge master. So what did it actually merge? Did it do something to a scene? Because if it changed the scene, I really don't have a lot of... he created his own scene. Smart. Yeah, I really hate it when he tries to merge a scene, because that usually just ends in disaster. Yay! So yeah, I have an easy client now. Yeah, I probably skipped over that after pulling your commits, just because it was such a nightmare with the client. Actually, let me go change that now. Look at it now. Have I not saved this yet? Let me see. Scenes. Yay. What does it do? It's kind of funny to see it just like drop and go off in the distance without a camera. Look in the play when I open the scene and see the boat fly off screen. Ah man, I hate camera work. Ah, okay, there I see it. Okay, that's not really what I expected based on the drawing on screen with like the angle shape, and I thought it was like a waypoint thing where it would follow. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Argument exception, same key has already been added. Why is it not playing nice? It should not throw any errors, because it says there's a duplicate key. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, what the hell? Why is this 7 and not 5? It didn't do this before, so I really have no idea where that came from. Wow. Okay. Clear. Okay. So now we don't have errors. Okay. Let me just commit that then. For some reason there was still a... I can close this one. Where's my... GitHub. Yeah, thanks for keeping me company for a bit. Good night. Yeah, thanks. I'll finish up here as well. Let me see. Why does this get changed? Quality settings asset, anti-aliasing. I don't want to commit that because I didn't change it. World.unity. What the hell? Sure. This is basically me changing a 7 to a 5. Okay. Updated editor to change number. Sure, I'll commit. Push. Okay. I think that does it for today. Not a lot of work done, but I'm glad I got some of it done. So we'll be doing some more work tomorrow. So for everybody that watched, thank you, and see you next time.